Hey, it's Damien from Marketing Food Online, and in this video, I'm going to give you the 10 steps to create a profitable online food business. And in these 10 steps are going to get you a great direction to succeed, and we're going to jump into that right now. So it is Damien from Marketing Food Online, and as I mentioned in the introduction, I'm excited to bring you guys 10 steps to bring a profitable food business online in 2021. Now, 2020 is almost, of course, up, and if you haven't noticed, e-commerce in general is skyrocketing. So the idea of having an online business, specifically even with food is a category that is still untapped, that has a lot of potential, and a lot of big companies are diving into it. So you might want to think about getting into selling food online over the next year or so, and I'm going to dive into 10 ways that you can actually create it and do it profitably, because there are some ways you could do this and lose a lot of money. So as always, this is Marketing Food Online, and if you are new, check out that subscribe button down below. We have over 900 videos to help you get your food business up and running. I have actually been on e-commerce now for over a dozen years now, and my wife and I have created a fantastically successful food business that we started from nothing, and it has taken a lot of time to do it, but we definitely have a very successful business. We have platforms on Amazon, we have them on eBay, on Etsy, and we have our own website and a couple of other websites as well. So we have 6 businesses online, and it has been very fruitful for us over the past decade. And now I want to give you some tips on how and what I've learned over that 10 years to get up and running as well. So let's jump right into it. As always, let's do this really quick and get to the point. And number 1, start with your own product. Now, you might be thinking, well, Damien, I don't have a product just yet. Let me tell you why. When it comes to food and in the food world, if you are buying a product to flip online, it is very saturated, as with a lot of other products. But I have noticed over the past 10 years that there's a lot of people who simply buy products in bulk and sell them online. That is very, very competitive. One of the things I've noticed that also has helped us succeed and grow our food business is that we make everything that we sell. We do not flip items, we do not buy them and resell them. We actually have a line of candies, we do baked goods, we do cookies, pretzels, and Oreos, a whole bunch of different things. But the idea is that we do it our own. It's our own brand, it's made to order, it's handmade, and that is something that has separated us from other people who sell similar products. When you start with your own product, you actually have an advantage. I don't care if it's even salsa, hot sauce. You may think, well, it's so saturated with that. No, it's not. Here is why. The uniqueness of having your own labeled product, your own brand, even if you go to a co-packer or a private label company, or you have someone put your own label on it, when it comes to food, people are very curious. And when they see something that looks new, okay, visually it just looks new. It could be a salsa. Salsa has been around forever and a day, I know that. But if it's something even like salsa and it's something they've never tried before, maybe you have your own spin on it, that is something that where the creativity on your side is going to really be an asset for you. And having your own product is going to be much more profitable than if you went out and bought salsa that's already existing and tried to flip it and sell it in a 6-pack or 12-pack. That's not going to be as profitable in the long run because it's so competitive. So, number 1, start with your own product. Next up, always sell on as many platforms as you can. When I first started out, actually eBay was our first store. We had a few orders trickle in once in a while, and it was kind of slow at first. But eBay was our first platform, and I saw at that time that I had no e-commerce experience. I saw that eBay had a lot of potential. So then Etsy, before it actually was a publicly traded company, this was back in 2011, I started on Etsy, and we've done over $100,000+ on that platform over the years. That is something that I went to from eBay over to Etsy before I even had my own website. So we started on eBay, went to Etsy, then I made my own website. And about 4 years into it, that's when I took the big jump onto Amazon. We've been on Amazon now for 2021 will be 7 years. That is something that has been a huge learning curve. There's a lot of things that we've learned from that, and it's a very, very challenging platform, let's say, to stay on, especially stay on that long. But it's something that we've been able to do, okay? And we've had a very high buy box. We average around 98 to 99% of the time our buy box. We offer great customer service with over 96% positive feedback on Amazon. And that actually transcends over to eBay and Etsy and even our own website. So the reason why I say this is that you want to be on as many websites as possible. And the reason being is that there's a lot of people who enjoy eBay that don't go over to Etsy. There's a lot of people who enjoy Amazon who may not shop on Etsy. So if you can capture sales of your unique product on multiple platforms every single day, as we do now, when we wake up, I've got orders on all the platforms that we sell on. That is something where I don't rely on one singular source of income. I rely on a multitude of places, and I want to be in as many as I can. Okay, so next one up, know the fees on each of the platforms. This is something that's really crucial if you want to make it profitable. As I mentioned in the introduction, the title of this video, if you want to create a profitable food business online, you got to know those fees. Every platform is different. Some of them charge monthly fees. Some of them charge for even the shipping that you charge your customers if you don't give them free shipping. So knowing the fees on each of the platforms, and again, all of this information I'm giving you, I know that it might seem a little bit overwhelming. It takes time to build these businesses. These are not get-rich-quick schemes. This is not some drop shipping concept. This is building an actual business that you can then grow and you can build over the years, but it will be around for a long, long time as long as you build on it and you know that it's a big picture idea. This doesn't happen overnight or another 2 months from now. I'm going to promise you, you'll be a millionaire. So know the fees on these platforms, because when you create your price point, which I'm going to jump into just shortly, when you create a price point for your product, you need to incorporate those fees, because that's where the profitability and your margins, if you don't know the fees, can get eaten up and it won't be as profitable as it could be. Now, the next one is kind of a challenge, and I'm going to explain why. But you want to keep, number 4 is you want to keep a sweet spot of your price point. You want to keep it between $25 to about $35. This is what I've learned. Our average actual transaction is $27. That is what it has been since we started over 12 years on all of the platforms. That's what it averages out to be. Now, do I sell some products that are $5, $6, $7? Yes. Do I sell some products that are $150, $200 or more? Of course I do, yes. Now, those are different price points, but if you are getting into this, and maybe you have one, maybe just 2 items, 2 products, that's fine. But you want to keep that sweet spot between 25 and 30. The reason why is that we offer free shipping on all of our products, okay? We've actually tacked into the price point that shipping for that particular size product. Some of the $5 to $6 items, $7 items are actually first class shipping, so they only cost a couple dollars to send. I'm still making margins on those products, but then there's some higher ones. So what I've noticed is that if you are going to take the time to box up a product, you're going to ship it. And if you potentially charge a customer, that's fine. But you factor in the fees, you factor in shipping, and the time of your own to actually ship the product and put the label on it and get it out. You want to make sure that it's actually profitable. It's actually worth your time. So factoring all of that, you want to make sure that you're going to be bringing in anywhere from $10 to $12 of profit per actual transaction. For us, that sweet spot of that price point around 27 bucks, that's about what we put in our pocket after every transaction for that actual average price point. Hopefully that makes sense to you. But you want to make sure that it's around that 25 to 35. Now, Damien, how do I do that? Let's say I'm selling hot sauce. I can't sell a hot sauce that's like $6, $7 retail for that much. Yes, you can. That actually brings us to the next point. You have to consider your shipping costs. One thing you need to make sure you keep in mind is how much it costs you to ship the product. Now, many items that fall below a 1 pound price, 1 pound in weight, can actually go first class. So that is very, very minimal amount, anywhere from like $3 to maybe $4 at the most, but normally around $3, you can ship a product that's below that 1 pound shipping weight. Now, a lot of these platforms are going to give you an actual discount. For instance, on Amazon, we buy all of our shipping through Amazon Shipping Services. That gives us a huge advantage because they leverage their size and their volume of shipping with all of the carriers. And that allows us to save by utilizing their shipping services, and then we buy it through them. eBay, Etsy, all of them have it. Etsy now has a fantastic ability to also reduce your shipping costs when you ship a product and buy shipping through Etsy. So, know your shipping costs, because at the end of the day, those fees on those platforms, in addition to shipping, you want to make sure that price point again is that $25 to about $35 price point or higher. That's up to you. So consider your shipping costs. Now, number 6, bundling. This is where the price point comes in. Now, when you bundle a product, if you've got a hot sauce or even a salsa or a marinade or something that's really inexpensive, you want to bundle it. You want to put in a 6-pack, maybe a 10-pack, maybe a variety of packs. What this is going to do is that you're going to bundle it and create a higher price point. Again, pushing yourself up to that sweet spot between $25 and about $35. That's where you want to be. If you're selling a hot sauce and you're not charging for shipping, but you're giving a customer free shipping and you're selling it for $6 or $7 after shipping and after fees, I don't think it's going to be a very profitable business at that price point. So creating bundles, which is where I told you in the beginning of this video, some of our products are over $100 some because we have a pretzel pack that's 100 pretzel rods and we charge nearly $100 for that. So it's over $1 per unit. So what that does for us is that gives us a huge margin on that one singular transaction, but that's something that we bundle where you add more than just one singular product to it. Number 7, use social media. You have to use social media. Now, I don't recommend using every single social media every single day and trying to maintain all that. Pick out just 2. You want to go with about 2 of them and you want to double down on 2 of them, and that's where you want to be very engaging. You be very active on those. If you have a page on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and even in Pinterest, that's great. You can have a presence on them, but don't try to by yourself attempt to maintain all those social media, because you'll actually end up getting exhausted and burnt out by the end of the week if you try to do that, plus run a business. So something I've learned over the years when I first started, I was trying to do just that. I was trying to make sure that I was active on every single one of them. It was not paying off for me. So now I focus on 2. It's actually Twitter and Facebook. That has worked out considerably well for us, and that's the areas that I really put my focus on because I do all of the social media for our business as well. I don't have an ad agency. I don't have that budget for that, and I'm not going to pay a group of people to do it for me. I just double down on those 2, and that is something that works really well. Number 8, make sure if you want to have a profitable food business that you follow all guidelines for licensing and permits, and including making sure that you're incorporated and you have food business insurance. One of the most crucial things that a lot of food startups, when they start at home and maybe they're doing a cottage food thing and they're selling locally, or they're just trying to resell food products, or people who do this as a quote-unquote hobby, you're taking a huge risk. And if you're not insured, make sure that you are, because if you're not, you could personally be sued if somebody gets sick, and that's something you definitely don't want. Plus, to be honest with you, the amount of insurance that it costs for us to run our business is around $500 to $600 a year for the basic food insurance policy. That per month only breaks down to like $40 to $45. So that's not a lot of money. And trust me, if you had some issues that pop up and somebody got sick, paying for legal counsel and having to go through some type of lawsuit would cost way more than $40 some a month. So consider costs are always going to be higher when you start. Number 9, this is actually something that is new to a lot of food entrepreneurs that just start. I learned this way back 12 years ago, is that all of my ingredients, all of my packaging, everything was so expensive. Why was that? Because basically you're not big enough yet to leverage the size of your company to get better margins or better pricing on packaging, to get better pricing on ingredients. Anything that you need to create your product has a tendency to be more expensive up front because you're just starting. Now, as your business grows, that's actually a big positive thing, because you can begin to lower the cost of per unit of your item if you're making it. So don't get discouraged when you look and you see that it is actually costing you so much money to start a food business. That's okay. As time goes on and money comes and cash flow begins to increase, that's going to give you a chance to actually buy at a much cheaper and lower cost. So keep that in mind. Number 10, this is probably the most pivotal part of any online business, and I don't care if you're selling food or you're selling cars, if you're Carvana or you're the guy selling hot sauce, customer service. The thing about being online is that if it's not a great interaction with your customer, they can basically interact with some type of feedback process, or even leave a Google feedback if you're registered with Google. And that kind of feedback instantaneously has a big ripple effect and could cause a lot of negative problems as far as your reputation is concerned. So make sure you take care of the customer all the way through the transaction. If there's a problem, just make it right. Either give them a refund, send them the product again, whatever it may need to make the customer happy and keep them coming back. Make sure that you stay on top of your customer service. Online e-commerce businesses is not a set it and forget it type of business. You really need to engage with your customers and make sure that their experience and the product they're enjoying are fantastic. So those are the top 10 things that if you're looking to make a profitable e-commerce food business, you definitely want to look into these 10, understand how they work, and make them work for you. So I'll see you guys on the next video. And as always, if this video was helpful, do give me a big thumbs up. If you have questions, comments, let me know down below, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching Marketing Food Online. And if you are looking to create your own food truck, start a home-based food business under the cottage food law, franchise a food operation, start a packaged food business, private label your own food product, sell on Amazon, get your own online store, or sell food online, remember to subscribe and check out these videos for more resources. Take care.